Alright, so we're back in with the snow, and I've got my ingredients ready for the snow cream, which the recipe I found had 4 cups of snow, a teaspoon of vanilla, a fourth a cup of sugar, and a cup of milk. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of things with that fourth a cup of sugar. So I want to change it to a decimal, and normally what we've had when we've changed fractions to decimals, they've always had either 10, 100, or 1,000 as the denominator. So I know that 2/10 would be the same thing as 0.2 written as a decimal. And I can put a 0 here to show there's not a whole number. And then 2/100 would have a 0 in the tenths place and a 2 in the hundredths place. And then this would be 2,000ths because I've got the 2 in the thousandths place. So my 1/4 a cup of sugar, if I wanted to change that to a decimal, there's different ways that I could do it. One of the ways is to divide. But I'm going to look at another strategy we can use, and we're going to change the denominator to 100. So we're going to find an equivalent fraction where we can change our denominator to 100. And so I'm going to look at what I need to multiply 4 by to get to 100. So if I'm thinking about money, 4 times 25, since 4 quarters is $1, I can multiply 4 times 25. And to keep it equivalent, I need to multiply the numerator by 25 also. So that gives me 2,500ths. So now I can easily write this as a decimal. 2,500ths would be 0.25. And, I could change this back, simplify it by dividing both of these by 25. I'd get back to the 1/4. So this is something that, you might want to memorize, that 1/4 is the same as 2,500ths. So if I had 3/4, this one's going to be similar. It's equal to 7,500ths, which would be 0.75. So 3/4, 7,500ths, and then written as a decimal. These are all equivalent forms. If I had a half, I can think of it as 50 over 100, or, that's also equal to 5/10, which is equal to 0.5. So 0.5 would be the same thing as a half. So all of these are just equivalent forms of 1/2, 50 hundredths, 5/10. There's a lot of equivalent forms of a half, but then the decimal form would be 0.5. And then I've got, the 3/4 would be 7,500ths, 1/4 is 2,500ths. So I'm going to give you a few problems like this on your form to answer. And I guess I'll get to making my snow cream. Haven't decided for sure if I'm going to eat it, but I'll go ahead and get started on that, and I'll let you decide if you want to make some snow cream, and email me if you have any questions about your assignments.